If you ever been disappointed by your coffee beans, this video is for you. In previous videos, I talked about water quality being key for good coffee, but today we'll go over another element that influences the way our coffee tastes a lot, and that is grind size. But first, let's talk about coffee grinders. There are two types, the good one and the bad one. The bad one. Blade coffee grinders. The main problem is inconsistency. Since you are basically just spinning blades to chop up coffee beans as they randomly bounce around the chamber, the resulting grinds can be very uneven, and from grind to grind you may get very different results. You can get large chunks that can be under-extracted or very small chunks that can be over-extracted. And when you get all these together, you get the worst possible cup of coffee. The good one. They are called burr grinders, and instead of blades, they have these burrs. As you bring them close together, the grind size becomes smaller. Burr grinders are much more consistent from grind to grind and have a predictable grind size distribution, and this leads to a better cup of coffee. Before you get one, make sure you understand what they are optimized for. Some of them are designed for making espressos, others for making pour-overs and French presses. Now that we found which grinder to use, the question is, how finely should we grind the coffee? We'll brew the same coffee at 3 different grind settings. I can't give you specific settings since you may have a different grinder. Since I ground the coffee at very different extreme sizes, I expect to pick up the bad tasting notes related to under-extracted coffee, which we can get with large particles, and over-extracted coffee, which we can get when we grind too fine. Normally, you'll know your coffee is under-extracted when your coffee tastes sour, lacks sweetness, which enhances the sourness. Some say you can get a bit of saltiness, and there's not much of an aftertaste. A coffee is over-extracted when it tastes bitter and has a drying effect on your tongue. Now you know one thing you can do. If your coffee is bitter, you need to grind to a larger size. And if your coffee is too sour, then you can grind finer. Repeat this process by changing your coffee settings little by little and tasting until you get the results you enjoy. A burr grinder is crucial for this process.